Hi everybody. If you've watched any of my videos, you've been seeing that I started doing an HGH therapeutic use regimen, which involves taking 1.75 IUs a day, 5 days a week now. And I'm just over 2 weeks into my cycle, if you want to call it, into my first trying it. And I've noticed some positive effects. And I wanted to share those with you. So first of all, what I'm taking is this Omnitrope by Sandoz, which I get from a anti-aging clinic here in Canada. Canada, it's legal. You can buy it. And it's a bit expensive for the pharmaceutical grade stuff. So first of all, before I start, there's the generic HGH, which you can get for like $400 around, some plus or minus, but I'll say 400 on average in Canada for the generic stuff. And I believe that stuff comes from China. And that is for 10 vials at 10 IUs each. So like I said, I'm doing 1.75. So say 2 IUs, which is a standard dose. That's 5 doses per vial. So 5 times 10, that's 50 doses. So if you spread that over the period of 5 doses a week, that'd be 10 weeks worth. So 2.5 months worth at that dose. Now, some people who want to do it for more of a bodybuilding or like build muscle or just build more tissue, you might want to do more than 2 IUs a day. Although 2 IUs a day will definitely help for sure. And like I'm no expert on this as far as doses go, but I've done my research and I think that I've got a good handle on what it will actually take. And in the last few weeks of the doses I've been taking, which I started with 1.75, I'll just be honest. And then my second vial, I actually mismeasured like the amount of water I put in. So I actually did more than what I was supposed to by accident and stupid mistake. Like now I'm going back to the 1.75. So last week I've been doing more so, and I've noticed definite results, and I wanted to share that with you now. This is my 2 weeks in journey on it. So first of all, there's a definite body feeling you get, and I've noticed this with like when you take things like amino acids, base chain amino acids, and other amino acids, you get like a body feeling, or similar to if you take like a low dose, say of MDMA, which not enough to get you high, or a low dose of psilocybin mushrooms, or a low dose of cannabis edibles, right? You feel after about half hour or so that there's like this body feeling, a body high, they call it. It's not like an intoxicating, nothing like that. I feel that with this for one, no matter how much I take. Now, when I was taking the higher doses, yeah, I did feel it more so. So there's that. The second feeling is like I feel like a cooling effect in the body. It's like my body becomes cool from the inside. That's the best way I can explain it. I've also felt it behind my eyeballs, kind of. Like I felt like a cooling thing in my joints. And again, it's just a body high. It's like a body feeling. Okay. Third thing is, okay, so some of these things are a bit subjective. Like it's just my experience and what I feel like it is. So I've been working out a lot lately, like the last like few months, like pretty hardcore. But in the last 2 weeks, I feel like my muscles are a bit more solid. Like there's a bit more solidity to them. Maybe that has to do with the water. Like a commonality is the water retention you get on HGH. Although the pharmaceutical grade stuff, you're not supposed to get as much water retention as the generic stuff. It's actually supposed to make you drier. They call it in bodybuilding. So it's like it dries you out a bit, so you lose actually body fat and things like that. And water retention, water bloats you out, right? So it's supposed to the good stuff is supposed to dry you out a bit, but there's argument that all HGH with the 191 amino acids kind of works the same. Now, I will talk. Oh wait, one more thing that's like I would say positive effect is cognition. I feel like I'm cooler. Like I said, it cools the body. Feels like I'm calm, I'm cooler, but sharp as fuck. Like there's something consciously going on. Okay. Now, as far as the reason why I'm taking it in the first place is with my joints, and to be honest, they feel pretty good. I don't know if it's because I did not expect that until about a few months in. To be honest, that type of effect. But I'll just be real with you. Even though I still feel my joint, I still feel the chronic injury, the chronic pathology I have in my joints, osteoarthritis and menisci injury. It's not so bad, to be honest. And I feel like in the gym, I could get a few more reps in, and maybe recovery is a bit better. But again, some of these things are a bit subjective, and it's just because I'm just starting it. Like I might barely notice it, but it's nothing like too crazy right off the bat, right? It's not like I fucking gained 3 inches and, you know, benching like an extra plate or anything like that as of yet. And to be honest, HGH isn't supposed to do that. It's not supposed to like hypertrophy your muscles too much. It can over time, like you grow bigger over time, but not like steroids, like traditional steroids, testosterone. It doesn't do that. And it's supposed to take some time for things like that to happen, rebuilding the muscles, because things like bones and these types of tissues take a long time to regenerate. They don't just regenerate overnight. So I talked about the benefits. Like I mentioned, I accidentally took a little bit of a higher dose. So first of all, I injected 5 IUs as opposed to 10 IUs of the sterile water into a vial, like one of these vials, which is This in here is 17.5 IUs. So you're supposed to inject. I was supposed to inject 10 in it, so to make it, so I could take 10 doses at 1.75 IUs. I think I accidentally, because I was distracted by something, I think I was talking to someone at the time, I just injected 5, because each syringe only contains 5 IUs. So I was supposed to do 2 syringes. I think I just did 1. So I did this, and I did 1 vial in a matter of like a few days. Whatever, it happened, and that's so it's more of a bodybuilding dose. To be honest, I didn't want to do it because I want to make these vials last a long time. I only have 10 of them, and I don't want to just go through them in like a matter of less than 2 months. I want to make them last a bit. But in the last few days / week that I've been doing it, I think I actually felt the benefits of more of a bodybuilding type of dosage, and it made me curious to it, like what potential could be there. Now I'm not here to grow like a motherfucker. To be honest, I'm pretty. I'm not saying I'm like huge, but I'm like over 200 pounds, 203 pounds right now, I think. Last time I weighed myself. So I don't need to get fucking bigger. I want to get cutter. I want to get leaner and stronger, obviously. And if this could help a little bit with that, great. That's not the reason why I'm taking it. If I really wanted to get strong and shit, I would take testosterone. That's all I'm doing. The reason why I'm taking this is to rebuild my shit so I can actually have longevity in my training, like for the rest of my life. And anti-aging. I'm 38 now. I want to bring my body to a state where it was about 5 or 10 years ago, so I can train and skateboarding. Like I've skateboarded since I was. I don't know if you watched any of my previous videos. I've been skateboarding since I was like 8 to 10 years old, and I've broken so many bones, like more than I can remember. Like both my ankles, both wrists, fucking knees are fucked. Mostly knees are fucked from snowboarding, but my ankles and my wrists. So that's the type of things. Like I got major degeneration. Especially from some bad injuries I had in my ankle, where literally my foot was like backwards. That one injury, like twisted backwards, like completely fucked, dislocated. And that's given me a lot of issues since. And my knees, because of snowboarding, I can't do squats properly. So that's one of the main reasons. Like I'm in the gym 5 days a week. I work out my legs at least 2 times a week, like hardcore. And the fact that I can't do squats properly, and if you can look over there, like, look, I got a deadlift set up and things. So I'm hardcore into weightlifting, and I want to continue doing that for as long as I can. Because the one thing I think I mentioned in my last video, the one thing that determines how long you actually live for is how strong you are. If you lose your strength for whatever reason or another, you actually probability of living longer diminishes. That's one of the things, and you can say correlation does not equal causation. I agree with that. There's many other factors, but that's a major predetermining factor. So I'll leave it there. I'll go back to the fact that this is the pharma grade ship. This shit costs $1,750 plus $50 shipping, because you get it in 2 days time, like in a fucking freezer little package bag that goes right to your front door. Now there's the generic shit, which I've never bought. I might do it next time, to be honest, because we're not saving money if it In my last video, I said, no, just get the pharma stuff. And to be honest, the pharma stuff is the preferred. But if you want to go cheap too, you can get the generic stuff. And like, if you're watching this video and you're interested, I'll give you as much information as you want, point you in the right direction. I won't even care about making money or anything like that. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to share my journey, for one, and to point people in the right direction who might be around the same age as me on the same boat, right? To help people. And if you want the pharma grade stuff though, why not have a win-win-win situation where, like, I've already talked to my my distributor, and I'll share that with you eventually if we go together. Where if you go through me, the distributor, and I don't mean through me like send me money, I don't want your money at all. But I'll send the distributor money and I'll send them a message. Maybe you can get for cheaper, and then that will help me get it for cheaper as well. Like, that's a win-win-win situation. Why not, right? I'm a capitalist at heart. I don't give a fuck. Like, why not get a deal on things, right? That's what I'd be in for. But not, I wouldn't want to do that at the expense of like pushing people into it who don't need it. If you need it and you feel like you need it, you've done your research, and I'll send you the information. If you think you really need it, like I think I need it, then why the fuck not, right? And what else? What other things can grow your body from the inside and out? Like, grow your tissues that's in your joints, grow your muscles, grow everything, and regenerate it like you're in a state like you were when you were in your 20s. There's nothing. You could eat a bunch of fast food and grow like a motherfucker, but you're not going to grow like this. You're going to get fat. Nothing grows you like this. Nothing at all. And the thing, I'll leave at this, is this pharmaceutical grade stuff, and any other stuff, I believe, is 191 amino acids in something called a peptide chain. And that peptide chain is bioidentical to the shit that's actually produced in your pituitary gland, which is just fucking right in here. So the HGH gets produced here. And before that, something in the hypothalamus, it's a HGH releasing hormone releases the HGH, which is actual hormone, which goes through the body and does some things, but it interacts with the liver and the bones, which releases something called IGF, insulin growth factor 1, and that's the shit that makes your shit grow, your body grow. Not just grow, regenerate. If you take enough of it and you want to grow, yeah, sure, you could probably put a few inches on yourself if you took enough of this stuff. And I don't just mean by height, I mean also your dick could grow that way. And it'll regenerate your organs. Like, if you just look up yourself on Google, HGH and the liver, HGH in the kidneys, HGH in the intestines, HGH in your testicles, HGH in the spinal cord, HGH in the brain, you will see that this shit interacts with everything and it grows everything. That's mind blowing. But with power comes potential other negative effects, right? So if you go in excess with anything, if you go in excess with vitamin D, you're gonna have negative side effects. If you go in excess with protein powder, like I take protein every day, if you drank 4 of those fucking things, you'd be sitting on the toilet shitting like a motherfucker, right? So you don't want to be doing excess of anything that's good for you. So let's leave it at that. If you have any questions, I'd just be happy to point you guys in the right direction of information if you're interested in it. And I'm not here trying to be like a Mr. Salesman, but if you want to go in the route of the pharma grade shit, that's what I'd be happy to help people get connected to, because I honestly believe that this is the top quality and best quality shit for an aging, especially male. Females could benefit from this too, potentially, but men and active men is the key. That's what I want to help people with. And somebody who's maybe done, like me, extreme sports all their life, or whatever else, if they're a hockey player, or if you just want to get bigger too, hey, it is what it is. It can help with that too. If you're an older man, it's really harder to put on muscle and other things. So if you're hitting the gym when you're in your 40s, and you want something to help accelerate that, no judgment there. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'll leave it there. That's my 2 weeks in my HGH journey, and I'd be happy to help you learn and show you and demonstrate what the benefits are more. Just shoot me a personal message. Thanks for watching. Peace.